a video just to encourage people who may be feeling frustrated or discouraged with the SBA at this moment, to tell you my process and my experience actually with the SBA. The SBA, well, the targeted advance was actually the only thing that I applied for that was not, like a headache or anything like that I didn't need to call, I didn't need to email. But every other program, it was like, wow. When they first came up with the EIDL, and that's when they were giving, at first it was supposed to be $10,000 from the beginning, and then they changed it, $1,000 for each employee. When they first had that application, it was a long form. I did the long form where you had to print out the application and then you would upload it. So I did that, then I had to redo it again because they came and opened back up the computer application where you could do it on the computer. So I applied, then it was the 30th of March 2020. I didn't get anything until late June. I got the advance late June, and then I got the loan in the beginning of July. That's when I received those. It was a lot of back and forth, a lot of calling that I had to do. So when you see there's no movement in your stuff, you have to get moving. You have to get going. You have to start calling. You have to start emailing. Even if they get sick of you, you have to do it. With the EIDL Advance, people that I helped fill out that the advance application, they got their advance. I never got anything, and I was like, Lord, what you have done for others, do it for me. And I was like, and nothing ever happened. Call, and then I just got. I got tired, and then I just got in contact. I looked up my local SBA. That's what I did. I looked up my local SBA and found some big dogs that I could reach out to, and I emailed them. And this is my thing: when I need to get stuff done, I will email people 2-3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, because I know if you check your email, the first email you're gonna see is me who emailed you 3 o'clock in the morning. So when I did that, I reached out to my local SBA, and then they contacted me back, I think the next day, and then they say they're not in charge of this department, but they're gonna reach out to whoever they can reach out to. The next day, this one lady, I have her name, but I'm not gonna say her name out there, but she called me and she told me that some people contacted her on my behalf, and I will be receiving my advance within the next 2 days. The next day I received my advance. That's when they was giving $1,000 for each employee, so I got $2,000. That was late June. With the EIDL loan, when I applied for EIDL, they had denied me, say my economic injury was not substantiated. Okay, but they say I could file for reconsideration. When it's time for me to, I gathered all my documents, and then you had the email, or you could fax your documents. When it was time for me to email, the email was always full. It would always bounce back, say it was too full all the time. I mean, I think I tried for a week, and then my time that I always use, 3 o'clock in the morning, put my timer on. I email them and I fax them because I have an online fax. I email them and fax them. You better believe my fax went through. My fax went through, my email went through. If I could have mailed it, I would mail it too. But email and fax was enough. So I emailed them, and then after I emailed the reconsideration, and then I had to sign, then I received my loan documents and stuff to sign. I think it had to be a week and a half or 2 weeks, I'm not sure. But I got through. Even with the PPP, and when I applied, even the first and second time I applied for the PPP, it was always a long process for some reason. So this targeted EIDL Advance was the only one that I applied with no headaches, that I didn't have to call, I didn't have to email. It was just like, you have to wait. But for you who you apply, you didn't receive anything, or nothing's moving, you're funded, if it says funded on your part, just wait for a few days. And if after a few days you have not received anything, then of course you go reach out to them. But you who haven't received anything, you applied the first time, you didn't get the second email, or it's just you did the second email but nothing has moved yet, just reach out to them. Don't get discouraged, because I would have got discouraged, because each time, all of the first few times that I did it, it was always a headache. So when the targeted advance email came, I would have, if I had given up, then I wouldn't have got the funding. But I was like, in some things in life you have to fight for. You have to fight for it. Some stuff, it comes easy, but some things you have to fight for what is yours. So that's my, I guess, a process, my experience with them. Don't give up. Email. You have to exhaust every avenue, every way that you can. You have to exhaust all of them before you give up. You say, hey, I've tried everything that I can, and you know what, I don't know what else to do. Then I could understand, I forget about this, forget about SBA. But exhaust. Email as much as you can. Email different times, call different times. Don't keep on calling at the same time. Call different days, and don't give up. So that was my experience. See, if I didn't give up, you shouldn't give up either. So you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in another video.